saying? Barely. You get me? I'm not really big on the whole public speaking. You understand? But it's something I have to work on. But I just wanted to address the agents, the swirlers, you understand, the self-hating Negroes, right? Like, self-preservation matters, right? Only a black woman and a black man can create what we call a black child. You understand? And we know what a black person looks like, right? And a lot of our people get upset that I say that black people should only procreate with black people. It don't matter your ethnicity. You understand? Black American, Caribbean. You understand? We're cosmic beings, but we're speaking on a 3D level, right? So it doesn't matter your nationality as long as you are a carbonated being. Procreate with carbonated beings, right? This physical body, everything happens in the spiritual realm, the unseen, before it happens in the physical. So our physical bodies, our carbonated bodies, right, so-called black people, is a reflection of our souls in the cosmos. This is factual. Everything outside of us, talking human beings, are hybrids, right? Which you would call mixed people that have a bit of our genetics, and Cabbage Patch Kids, people who were created in the lab thousands of years ago. You understand? You weren't created. How is something that wasn't created cosmically having essence, a soul in the cosmos? Right? You're not natural. Talking to the eukaryotic cell, the complex cell organism, other races of people who are not carbonated people. You are not us. You don't contain the soul that we contain. You have a spirit. You understand? You can enter, because each what we call planet realm has its own what you call it, astral realm, right? So this is where people say, other races of people will say that they see their loved ones, or you understand? Yes, because each realm has its own astral realm. Everything from the trees to the rocks, everything has a spirit. You understand? But you can access that energy, right? Because the energy is not created or destroyed. You understand? You can access their energy. But the soul is a whole different game. The soul been here since forever. You understand? It's not something that could be created or destroyed or just given to somebody else. You are not separate from your soul, so-called black people. Right? You can't go procreate outside your race, right? And act like you're giving the other person, right, that you have the baby with, that baby is receiving a soul. No, that's not how it works. You understand? The carbonated body is the only body that can contain the soul of the gods, so-called black people. That's why you go back to Rome in ancient times. They will show you. I know a lot of other people from other races of people, whatever, they get offended when we call ourselves the gods, the creators of the universe. Well, your ancient people, right? The Caucasians, the Arabs, the Chinese, they all knew this, that so-called black people were the so-called chosen people, which really is the gods, descendants of the gods. They knew this. That's why you see the Pope, right? They captured the picture where they bowing down to the black Madonna. You know, the black woman with the baby, with the son. You understand? It's not a hard concept to understand who we are, but you guys are in denial. You guys are in heavy denial. You don't want to accept who we are. And then our people don't want to accept who they are either because they're stuck worshiping white Jesus. All this go back to the self-preservation. Because if you don't love yourself, you don't see yourself as the highest being, you're not going to try to preserve self. You don't want your children to look like you. You want them to look like the Neanderthal. You understand? Which is the furthest thing from you. Genetically, spiritually, mentally, physically. You understand? So I'm making this live for y'all to understand who you are, black people. You understand? Self-preservation matters. You keep having these hybrid children. These hybrid children, when they get together, they're not making a baby that goes back to the original phenotype of us. They're just going to keep being mixed, keep being mixed. That's how you have the Spanish race, the Latino race. In DR, these peanut butter colored, what you call good hair motherfuckers that's all over Latin America, these are hybrids, mixed people with white European and indigenous black people. And you see they keep mixing and mixing and mixing. It never goes back to the original this. It never goes back to me. It never goes back to my mother. So how are they us if you never go back to the original source, my nigga? Whatever. Y'all got it. Peace to the gods and the goddesses.